Oh, whip out your brush, give it a clean. We're gonna paint a picture like the world's never seen. Come on and settle in for Tiny Peter's awesome night of art live stream. Oh, that says anal. Oh, for God. Why did no one tell me this? What the hell?
Oh no, that's not good, is it? Hello everyone, and welcome to a very bassy art stream with me,
Hello,
Tiny
Master
Peter.
Jedi Tiny Peter. How are you? How was your
Well,
weekend?
that's the question.
Lovely to see you doing an art stream today. Hope you are feeling better after having the plops and having a lovely day.
The plops. Hello everyone, and welcome to an art stream with me flipping Wee Willy Winky with the biggest hat. I love this hat. It's great. I sound like I'm flipping complaining about it, but I'm not. It's good. It's just difficult with headphones. I think that's what makes the difference. But I like it. Welcome to an art stream. Thank you, Stephen, already for the 100 bits there. I'm hoping this will... I kind of very naively thought that if I streamed from the office today, because we're doing some art and it's much easier for me to do it from here. Well, this part of it is easy to do from here. What I thought was that I'd just come back to my old streaming scenes and everything would work. And it wasn't working anymore. That was naive of me. I should have thought that, I should have known. This computer doesn't work at the best of times, even with a streaming setup we use week in, week out. But no, I logged into my OBS profile and stuff was not working. Things had been moved. Then I just couldn't get the microphone to work. I was doing exactly what we would normally do for a joint stream. Well, not exactly, because you do have to do some things differently. But I was doing what I should have been doing. It wasn't working. And after flipping around for 10 minutes, I just restarted OBS and then it worked. So it wasn't even a Peter Austin issue. What was a Peter Austin issue, though, was having what I believe was actual influenza for all of the last week, really. So thank you for your well wishes, Steven Skodes. We, of course, whenever anyone is either ill or even on holiday or in any way absent from their duties, they have the plops. That is what we say. But indeed, I really did not feel very well. That was one symptom I didn't have. I believe you can get the plops if you have flu. I didn't. Lucky me. Honestly, I'd have traded what I did have for the plops in a heartbeat. I was in bed for like 3 days. So anyway, here I am. I'm feeling much better. I'm sounding much worse. But, I've had a little sip of cough mixture. And I'm hoping we will be able to do some arting today. I can't guarantee that I won't cough down the microphone. So hold your breaths, everyone, or you might catch it too. Thank you, Stephen, for your bits. Thank you very much to Timmy Whiff for gifting a sub to Greg_Spad, and that's now your 45th gift sub to the channel so far. Thank you very much, Timmy. Thank you for the hats, Mr. Black, as well. Hat. Steven Skodes has also gifted a sub to K Danielle 123. My voice is already going, actually. I'm a bit concerned. But here we are. Get some Cavonia Donia. Yeah, I should. That was advertised by Ainsley Harriott once upon a time. No longer, I don't think. Cavonia. Oh, that was a bad move. Here's an old art I did earlier. Remember that one from ages ago? Look at the shiny knife. Isn't that good? I've run out of I didn't realise I've run out of these sort of canvassy cardboard things. So I've got a sheet of A4 paper, which I'm going to clip to a past art using a bulldog clip, or whatever you call these. Now it just looks like a clipboard, and it's fine, and we will paint on it. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for reading my message exactly how I wrote it, said Wee Carrot. How did you... Wait, what? Which message did you write? I thought you were wearing a bib. Oh, maybe you're not talking to me. You might be talking. Are you talking to someone else? I'm not sure. In any case, with your hair hidden under the hat, you look like Yin Roon's boyfriend, which is a weirdly niche reference, but I've never thought. But I've never had a thought I've been able to keep to myself. Well, fair enough. Oh, you wrote Cavonia. Oh, did you? Oh, there. It's right there. I see it now. As soon as you said it, yes, Cavonia. Indeed. Peter took a vocal injury just to read it that way. I think I did, actually. Yeah. I somehow feel worse. So, the exciting news is that this year, for Christmas, Aardman Animations are releasing another Wallace and Gromit film. Now, somehow, I've only just realised about 15 minutes before I came down to set up the stream that it's feature length. Or, I mean, I don't know exactly how long something has to be called feature length. It's being called feature length, and it has a runtime of about 80 minutes or something. It's over an hour long, which is very exciting. It's approximately, give or take about 5 minutes, the same length as Curse of the Were-Rabbit, which definitely did feel feature length. That was a movie, you know, it was a real movie. So I've known for a while that this is happening, but I just kind of thought it was going to be maybe a 40-minute kind of one of their, well, shorts, effectively. And you know me, I love a short. But in fact, it is approximately feature length, which is very exciting. Today, I thought, why don't I draw... Well, I was thinking of drawing all three characters from Wallace and Gromit, The Wrong Trousers. I was going to do Wallace and Gromit and Feathers McGraw. I'm wondering if I'm going to have room to do them all. I could do it landscape, maybe. But even then, I'm not sure. I might just do Feathers McGraw. I think that might be fun. So I'm going to draw everyone's favourite criminal chicken, Feathers McGraw. And I hope you're going to art along too at home. In fact, before we do any art, we could look at last week by accident. Then I was going to correct myself to last month. Last time's gallery. We no longer do super regular art streams, but hey, we do them when we can, and we have a fun time when they come along. If you are not familiar with the art streams, what we do is I will do some painting or drawing or something using various forms of media. Today, actual paint, and you can do the same at home. Again, however you want. So just because I'm painting here onto a piece of A4 office paper doesn't mean that you have to do the same thing. You could draw with crayons or pens, or you could paint if you want to, or you could do something digital with Photoshop or MS Paint, or a phone app, or a video game that has an art component, or even sculpture or similar. Something real and physical with your hands. Make a model. Or you don't have to do exactly what we're doing at all. You might be doing your own little project. Maybe I remember someone drew a pair of hands, which I think sits on my usual start screen on my streams with pencil. And people might be just painting their tabletop minis or something, or doing some crochet. So you can do whatever you like. But if you want to try and stick with the theme of the day, that's always a fun thing to do. So I'm going to pull up twitter.com. It also occurred to me that, you know, me using Twitter as the way for people to submit their art is now kind of outdated, isn't it? You know, like it shows how long it's been since I've done an art stream. That, I mean, Twitter was always, well, not always, but Twitter for a while has been on its way out. I know you guys can't see anything. I'm just logging into Twitter here. It's been on its way out for a while, but particularly now, you know, some of you will have deleted your Twitter accounts, and hey, why not? You know, more power to you if you have done. But it means it will be trickier for people to submit stuff to the gallery. So I'll have to just maybe think on that for future. Right, if I switch over to this.
Yeah.
No sound from TP.
How strange. So the issues I had before... Well, thank you, Steven Skodes, for paying 100 actual bits for alerting me to that. Oh no! See, because I was looking at the gallery, I couldn't see the chat, and people are saying, "Peter, we can't hear you." It's not as simple as the fact that it's muted. I think there's an incorrect audio source on the Canvas Cam. Let me just... You're going to lose me for a minute here as I switch over to Canvas Cam and fix it. I think I know what I can do, but okay. Not Canvas Cam, although I'll also need to fix Canvas Cam if I'm going to use it. PC screen. Okay, you should be able to hear me now. Right, that's fun. A fun new issue has occurred. So, what I was saying was, we did the D&D, and then we also had this by Justin Wright Gaming, which is is it a Frenchman? Would it be wrong of me to identify this individual as French? He's got a beret. What he's doing with it is absolutely fine, with his baguette and his beret, and he's having a lovely time. Anyway, that's wonderful. But then we had this, look, it was Brian. Brian hosted the stream last time, not me. I can't remember how much of this I said while you could hear me or when I switched across, but yeah, it was a Brian Bumpus stream last time we did art, so I wasn't even here for it. But Phil did, excuse me, did this drawing of Brian. Look at him. He had a great big artistic bit of facial hair. That is actually how he looked on the day. He was in my house, look. I don't know how he got in. But never mind. My TJ art continuing a work in progress. Oh look, loads of words. It's a written piece of art there. I wondered what we were looking at, whether it was the time or if we were supposed to be seeing something up here. But no, it's the word count. Excellent. Stephen did this, breaking news. It's both Brian and Dick doing some action news out in the military field, probably. Oh, there's a coloured version of Phil's sketch we saw earlier, which is wonderful to see. Very nice. Oh, he was wearing the red jumper, was he? Not his shirt. That's nice. Mr. Black, excuse me, has done these of both Brian and Dick. Haunting, but brilliant. Let me just make sure I can see the chat at the same time. I'll pull it up onto a separate monitor so we can see. Oh, yikes, there's the back end of... No! Oh, where's it gone? Wait, hang on, it's on a separate... There it is. Oh, it's all going so smoothly. Hey, I feel like I've got a pretty good excuse. I'm actually dosed up on cough syrup, which, you know, some people report makes them feel a bit funny. Here's what I did. Oh my God. Dick looks so scary with the shade from the brim of his cap covering his face. Brian's just ready to have a good time, do some news. Hello? It's just in. There they are, having a great time. And then here we are today. So that's it. That's what we had last time on a previous art stream. Hey, now I'm going to switch to here, which does have microphone audio. And if I need to switch to Canvas Cam later, well, I'll have to fix it when the time comes. What I'm looking forward to now is dolloping some paint out onto my palette, starting to do some painting, and slightly resting my voice. I will, of course, continually commentate and chip in throughout the stream on a pretty regular basis, but good Lord. Hang on. Let's just hide the gallery so I can see the chat. There we go. Yes, good Lord, I'm losing my voice a little bit, but hey, we'll go for it. Oh wait, no, I've got the Wallace colour out. We don't want Wallace.
Good afternoon, TP.
I've been waiting to hear from you,
MJE.
MJE.
I absolutely love the hat, the droopiest one I have ever seen. Also, isn't it great timing that 2 days after Ashton reminisced over TP's moustache in the podcast, it has made a fabulous return?
Yeah.
Can't art today, but hope everyone has a lovely time.
Yeah, she did talk about the mustache. I mean, I've not shaved for 10 days, basically. All I could do was occasionally I mean, I was in bed for 3 days without even showering. I would limp to the toilet when I needed to go pee-pee and then go back to bed. Then after about 3 days, I did get up and start sort of eating food and drinking fluids. I was obviously drinking fluids in those 3 days as well. But, you know, I wasn't brushing my hair or shaving. I showered. Yeah, and I've still just not shaved yet. But actually, my parents are supposed to be coming over tonight, so I will have to ditch the old facial hair this evening. Matt J. Evans, if you're still there, what was at the end of the countdown? I've been wondering this. We were counting down all that time, and then it reached 0, didn't it, recently? I couldn't work out exactly what it was. Was it the launch of Skeleton Crew? Star Wars? Was it the close of the Tat Appeal? Was it me catching influenza? It could have been that. Anyway, I'm going to pull out some black. Black! I can't really do it. I'm trying to do that. He's much sort of higher pitched than that on the Fast Show, but I don't have the range today. Death89 also wondered what was at the end of the countdown. Perhaps it was all one great big bushy ruse. It was one of those things, says Matt Joseph Evans. It was one of those things that I postulated. It was any one of them. Well, what an exciting journey we've been on together, counting down to the moment that oh my God, the lid of my black has cracked. I've got a cracked black. Oh no, can you see that? It's just sort of lifted away. Well, that may just dry up. We'll see. I'm hoping that you haven't yet recorded the Tat Appeal opening, otherwise my package was lost in the post. No, we haven't. We have not yet recorded Tat Appeal. We are doing it tomorrow. So I might sound like this for 6 hours. It will be it might be a 6-hour edit. It might not be a 6-hour video when it's done, but it will be at least a 6-hour recording. We've got as much as we've ever had, I think. Okay, feathers. I need to think about this because I'm using black paint and I can't really paint over it. I mean, I can, but it will show through. I mean, really, the cleverest of all things would. Oh no, my hat just went in my paint. Oh God, it's all going wrong. Can I just sort of pinch it off? No, that's just gone black now. Okay, well, once it goes black, it won't go back. I suppose it was a bit foolish wearing this hat for art. I've got sort of anxiety about go away, hat, about setting down paint on this canvas. I'm sure an artist probably wouldn't start with the black, but what are you going to do? Just wipe that on my apron there. Yeah, it would be good to have like a pencil. What's that? I wonder if is there a pen in here? I don't think there is. I'm just gonna have to do it, aren't I? Or I could do the old. Yeah, maybe I'll do this. Okay. Oh no, that's not really doing anything. I suppose it is a little bit. I mean, you guys won't even be able to see this really, but that's fine. It's just for... It's making a bit of a horrible noise, but it's actually working quite well. Next question is whether I can actually get my paint to match literally any of this. Okay, right. I've got a vague idea now of what I'm doing. Okay, let's go. So who is arting along at home? In fact, tell you the other thing. Have I got? Yes, we've got the Christmas music playing. Okay, that's good. We can't do a nice Christmassy art stream without Christmassy music playing in the background. That was a Buip right there, which I'll get to in just a moment. It's strange painting this straight onto paper. The paint behaves in a slightly different way. So yes, who's arting at home, and what are you painting or drawing or building or writing, and what are you using to do that? What medium are you working with today? Is it physical? Is it digital? That was a Buip from Lord Brotovich, who subscribed for 70 months. And said, hello, my friend. Sorry I'm late. I didn't find the right door on my advent calendar, but I forgive you. You forgive me by resubbing for 70 months. It's the least I can do. Also, of course, Merry Crimbo, everyone. I hope sorry, that was me about to cough and I didn't. I hope Tataclaus is bringing you all you asked for. Indeed. Thank you, Lord B, for that. So, let me see what people are doing. Oh, Peter, I want to request a Christmas cameo from you, but I can hold off requesting it since you're a bit under the weather. Well, I mean, that's totally up to you, Stephen. I'm perfectly capable of doing it. It's whether you want one that sounds like this or not. I think I can take up to, what is it, about 3 days, I think, from request to fulfill them. So, you know, I'll probably sound a bit better in a few days' time anyway, but by all means hold off if that's what you want to do. But that's lovely. Thank you for considering getting a cameo from me for Christmas. If anyone else wants to do that from me or anyone else at TripleJump, you can go to triplej.merp, that's triplejU.mp/cameo. From there, you can get cameos from any number of us, for maybe for yourself, or perhaps as a Christmas gift for a friend or a loved one. So why not do that? Time-limited exclusive husky voice cameo. Indeed. Yeah. Right, here we go. There you go, feathers. So actually, yes, I always do this. I always ask if people are painting along at home, and then they reply, and then I've been focused so much on my own art that I don't look at the chat in that moment, and then it's gone. So I need to look at the chat in a second, see what people have said. And I will do that. I have some giant mutant Warhammer rats that need to be painted. Excellent. I am arting a snowy TTJ scene. Lovely. I'm arting today with Photoshop. Exciting. I want to see it painted white, white as clouds, white as snow. I want to see the sun blotted out from the sky. I want to see it painted white. Hey, I was thinking I could paint over that in white paint, couldn't I? I've got some. Why have I used so much white paint? I would have thought it'd be the one I've used the least. What have I used this for? Oh, eyes and stuff, I guess. Yeah. Eyeballs. Right. Feathers. What we doing? problem is, I don't think I'm really... Oh! Put my arm in it. I'm probably not really using the right brush for this bit. In fact, I'm going to be sensible and switch to a different brush. I mean, none of these are the best. Flipping rolling all over the place. Okay. Okay, good. I like that. And then he has actually got very piercing black eyes, hasn't he? But I might have to do them in sort of a dark grey or something. So I'll just leave room for eyes. And then paint around him. I'm spending Christmas with the family this year. Well, I always do that. But I mean, it's going to be quite a full house for us, and it isn't always. Sometimes it's you know, I might just spend it with my parents, maybe my sister and my wife with me. We'll do my wife's family at the same time. Sometimes, usually on the same day, we'll have Christmas morning with one family, and then we'll drive across, because they live fairly close to each other. We'll drive across and have the afternoon with someone else. So we'll see two families at Christmas. But it's all one big family, isn't it? Aren't we all one big family, really? But this year, my grandparents are coming to my parents' house. My uncle, at least one uncle, is not Peter's gamer uncle, a different one. And I'm wondering whether there's going to be, like, what the vibe is going to be, as Ashton Matthews might say. Like, whether I'm going to be able to just say, can we watch Wallace and Gromit? I mean, not that I need everyone's permission to watch Wallace and Gromit. There's a TV upstairs, but I don't really like disappearing off on Christmas Day to, like, watch TV on my own. Well, I don't really do that at all. We used to do it occasionally when we used to have Christmas at my grandma's house, and it would be a really full house, and you know, it would almost be necessary for people to split up into different rooms and do different things. So some of us would go and watch Doctor Who for 3/4 of an hour on a Christmas Day. But yeah, Wallace and Gromit on Christmas Day sounds like great fun. But you know, I don't want to be the young whippersnapper who's saying TV when other people are saying no, socialise and games, which I actually really like doing. I know some people aren't fans of Christmas, or maybe they do like Christmas as a concept, but they don't like hanging out with their family, because, you know, everyone's got that Tory aunt or that racist uncle, and I'm kind of fortunate in that I don't really have any. I suppose some of the older generation in my family, what you would presume are Tories, because older people just tend to be, but my parents aren't. And my grandparents, I don't know who my grandparents vote for. They're not obviously Tory day to day when they talk and when they, you know, discuss the well-being of people from other parts of the world, for example, and stuff like that. So they're not like bigoted people, which is, you know, a plus. You know, the basic level of, like, having respect for your fellow man. That's a really good thing to see today. But and yeah, I don't have any sort of, like, drunken racist aunts and uncles or anything like that, which is great. But I appreciate that some people do have interesting, shall we say, members of the family, and don't always look forward to Christmas. But I know that I'm a lucky boy.
I'm too busy to art today, but just know that in my head I'm doing an epic piece with TP as Wallace, Ben as Gromit, and Ashton as a knife-wielding Feathers McGraw.
Oh my god, it sounds great. I'll picture it. When we do the gallery, we'll go, oh man. And also look at this great piece done by Trillian Jones. It's an amazing rendition of us all as Wallace and Gromit characters. Well done, Trillian. You've actually done the best art out of everyone today. Good job. Hey, I'm not being funny. The proportions of this feel like they're actually sort of Feathers McGraw. That could almost be him, couldn't it? Have you seen this chicken? Oh, I've not quite left enough room for it. I could probably just about fit his old hat on there. There we go, feathers. I'm actually really pleased with this. I should paint onto office paper more often, shouldn't I? I mean, up close, you guys won't be able to see, but up close, there's a lot of like interesting paint brushstroke texture going on that you wouldn't necessarily want. It's also very shiny on the camera, isn't it? But hey, but yes, thank you, Trillian Jones, for the bits. In year 10, I wrote to Aardman asking if I could do work experience there. I did not receive a reply. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I've stood outside Aardman in Bristol, and Michael Johnson has run around outside Aardman dressed as Wallace, which was very creepy. But hey, it's probably not the weirdest thing that they've ever seen outside their window in Bristol. Knowing Bristol, they'll have seen weirder. Right. Need to do his little orange tootsies now. Reaching for my my water glass for the paint, the forbidden water glass. You must not drink from the painty water. So this colour is called orange. Okay, fine. Well, this, for example, is called vermilion. This is just called orange. That's what we're going to use. We're going to use orange for his beak and his feet. It's a bit dark, but I'm not going to start getting into mixing colours together. What do I look like? An artist? Huh? Not me. Excuse me. Right. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. All I can hear is the Feathers McGraw theme. I'm so excited to see this new Wallace and Gromit. Not a great brush. I'm really taking this quite seriously. I think because it started well, I have to now kind of commit to it. Usually by now I've done some sort of, gigantic nose on someone's face or something like that. But, right now, it would be a waste not to try and see this through. This orange paint is not very good. Or maybe it's just that all the paint looks like this on paper, but except the black. I think it's probably that, actually. Kind of, yeah, it's not really kind of going in the way that I want it to. But yeah, I think that is actually an issue with the paper, and the reason we've not seen it before now is because the black is so dark you can't really see what it's doing underneath. But hey, it's still looking remarkably like Feathers McGraw at the moment. I think these legs are a bit long, but you know what? He's been in jail, he's probably been working out. And if you work out, your legs get longer, don't they? Right? Anyone? Sure hope they do. That's the only reason I'm working out. I'm also not really sure they connect kind of symmetrically on his body, but hey, it's not a bad effort. It is looking quite like him, isn't it? Let's not lie here. Right. And I can even see the outline I've tried to make for his beak, which you guys can't really see at the moment. But if I can follow this nicely without putting my hand on the paint that I've already done, it should come out. Looking pretty good. Okay. Let's fill that in. The beauty as well of Feathers McGraw is he doesn't have a sort of a dividing line down his, he doesn't have a mouth opening on his beak. It's just one great big orange cone. So if I now had to draw a nice neat black line right down the middle of his beak, that would not be good. Taking it so seriously. Who is this guy? This is not Peter Austin, known taker of the piss of art. Peter Austin. This is someone who actually seems to give a flip about the picture that he's doing, because it's just continuing to not go wrong, you know? I mean, like, I'm really pleased. It looks just like him. Props for you having to start with black ink. I'd be scared about messing it up first try, says Buddy Games. Well, I was terrified of exactly that. Managed to get away with it, though. Okay, need to clean this brush, because now I pretty much, honestly, all I really need to do now is his eyes. What are his eyes? Which, I mean, they're black in the officially they're black, but I do have something called Payne's Grey, which the tube looks almost identical to the black tube. That's the black and that's the grey, as you can probably just about tell. Will that be enough? Will that be light enough? Let me squirt some out onto the palette and see. I can always mix in a tiny bit of white if I need to. Oh, it sure looks pure black in the palette. I might put just a little blob of white in there, a tiny little bit. Get out the way, Santa hat. Okay. See how this goes. Mix them together. If I can get this lid back on. I think this paint set is starting to perish now. I suppose I've had it a few years at this point. It doesn't feel like that. But I have, really. Right, let's get this all mixed. Is this white going to even lighten it in any way at all? I know you guys can't see it, but I'm mixing some paint, that's all. Okay, it's changing colour. Well, finally, just now, got a little whiff of that chocolatey smell that I always talk about when I use these paints and then forget about. They smell so, I mean, I'm not a chocolate fan, but they smell so delicious. Okay, good. Yeah, that is definitely a different colour. I just need to... Flipping out. Got it everywhere. Okay, that can go in there. They can all go in there. What brushes have I got left? I've got one brush left. Okay, this is fortunately kind of the right size and shape. Okay, feathers. Let's sort those blinkers out. It's still very dark. Like up close, you can totally see the difference. Like you can see his eyes. There's no problem. But I'm a bit worried that from a distance, like for you guys, for example, it just looks like I've completely blacked out his eyes. But what I'll do is I'll paint them both now, and then I might try and just add a bit of sheen to them, a little bit of Charlie. Okay. Right. That's done. And also, I mean, as it dries as well, it might start to look a bit clearer, a bit lighter. So I don't want to jump the gun. If I bring it a little closer to the camera, son, you might be able to... Hello? Where's my microphone cable? I don't want to step on it. There we go. Oh. Didn't step on it. Got it trapped in the sofa instead. That always happens. Okay. Let's see if this will focus. So he's a bit shiny from the fresh paint, but there he is. Feathers X. Feathers X? Feathers Mac. My brain's really not working today. I'm doped up on medicine. Now, I could try and add a glove on his head, but I think at that point, well, I've done the top of his head in black. So if I tried to, like obviously my head doesn't end here. I've got some more head up here like that. And if I try to draw a white band across a portrait of my face with these paints on this paper, you would see some of my head coming through the white band, because that's just how these things work, especially if it was pure, what's this called? Mars black, I think. Mars black. So that's an issue to start with. Also, trying to do the angles and the correct shading on a red rubber hat, a rubber glove on his head, I think might be asking a bit much of me, given that it's gone so well so far. So I'm honestly tempted to just leave it. Need some red paper to make one and cut it out. I thought about that. I could just cut one out. I could paint one on a separate piece of paper and just stick it on his head. But you know, it can only get worse, says Mr. Black. You're right. I think you're right. So now GROMART. I mean, I could go and get another piece of paper and we could do GROMART, potentially. There he is, terrifying, 10 out of 10. Your feathers is beautiful. There he is. He's great how he is. Well, thank you all. Excuse me. It's going on the fridge. Yeah, it could do. Yeah, the temptation really for me now is to let it all dry, possibly add just a tiny little bit of white to his eyes, or not if it dries a bit brighter than it looks at the moment, and leave it, because I cannot improve on this. No one could have predicted. I'm not saying it's the best picture of Feathers McGraw anyone's ever done, but it's certainly one of the most accurate pictures of anything that I've tried to do on this series. So yeah, honestly, what I'm going to do is, if anyone is ready for the gallery so far, I appreciate probably some or all of you might not be, but I might check the gallery because I'm a bit concerned that I'm really starting to lose my voice, and I'm not sure if maybe the sensible thing is to, given that, this has a little bedazzle on it. It's got a little gem from Ashton's spoilers. This happens to be in some way related to our video game. I don't think you can even tell. See the little shiny gem there? It was stuck to the music stand. So we could maybe do the gallery for anyone who's ready. I could let it dry while we're doing that, if there's anything to look at in the gallery, that is. And then once it's dry, I could just literally add the tiny little flecks of white that I want to do and hope that I don't bugger it up. And then the smart thing might be for me to sort of bring the stream to a gradual close, which feels like a bit of a shame, but equally I've got to do the tat appeal all day tomorrow. I've got to potentially socialise with my parents this evening. I mean, they won't mind if I don't say anything. If I say I'm not well, I'm not going to speak to you very much. They'll just talk to my wife all night. But yeah, I think I've got to be smart, really. So if you have anything for the gallery at this stage, then stick it on today, and for now we'll just say Twitter or X, but perhaps in future art streams I'll try and come up with some other way for people to submit stuff, because I appreciate some or all of you might not be regular Twitter users anymore. If you aren't ready yet, that's fine. If you just use the hashtag later when you are ready, then I mean, I'll see it anyway as you post it, because I do check the hashtag, and you can @ me if you like, but you don't have to. And then on the next art stream we'll see everything anyway, so it will be shown on at least one on one art stream at the very least. So nothing will ever be missed entirely from an art stream gallery, no matter when you post it. So yes, stick your stuff on the hashtag now if it's ready to go. I will check it in about a minute's time, and then I'm gonna risk just a little dash of white in the eyes on this boy, and then that might be sort of where we bring the stream to an end. Dry, so I can put little flecks on you. Cool. Okay, I'll check the gallery. I appreciate it may be completely empty because it's normal, normally I give you an extra hour on top of this. We do have art, so that's good to see. At least I have something to show. Wonderful. So let me head over here. We have got this. No, sorry, there. The other one doesn't have a microphone. We've got this from Stephen Skodes. My art submission for TJ Art. Fun fact, I used to own the Wallace and Gromit The Wrong Trousers on VHS when I was a kid. Happy holidays to Peter and all of TripleJump and the Walrus Clan. That's wonderful. I also owned The Wrong Trousers on VHS as a kid. I had a little bumper VHS of the 3 sort of original trilogy, if you want to call them that, because they have since done the 4th one, A Matter of Loaf and Death. But yeah, I had the first 3 on VHS. And of course I had Wallace and Gromit, the train game. Well, officially it's called Wallace and Gromit Fun Pack because it contains a bungee jumping window cleaning game as well, and some screensavers and stuff. But the real reason to play it was the great train game, as we all know. Or maybe we don't all know, but you can find Ben and I playing that together on Vidiots, bringing back some memories for me playing the train game. 1 in 100 says I loved that window cleaning game. Oh yeah, I mean the window cleaning game was good, but the train game was brilliant, if a bit stressful. And hey, that game, the Fun Pack, when you opened it, it had the BBC da-na-na, 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 barely sung by me at the beginning, which haunted everyone's dreams and waking moments as children. Right, so let's see what Stephen has done. Merry Christmas to Team TripleJump. And there he is, Feathers. He's got his big hat there. In fact, strictly speaking, these are 2 different people that we've drawn here. I've done, of course, the penguin, simply known as Penguin, to Wallace, the lodger in their house, takes their spare room. This is a chicken who the police are looking for. Have you seen this chicken? Feathers McGraw has been released, or has escaped from jail. And there it is by Stephen Skodes. It's even signed as well up at the top. So that's wonderful. That might be all we have on the gallery. I'll give it a refresh. Oh, sorry, you are rate limited. Please try. Your account is suspended and is not. It did say that before and is now not. Okay, well now. Hang on. I've been logged out. Let me just. For inactivity, or maybe I've been banned for some reason. Maybe I've been suspended. I don't think that's happened in the past hour, but your account is suspended and is not permitted to perform. It's probably some flipping another Elon Musk bug, to be honest. Explore, TJ Art. Well, it's not working now, but hey, maybe Elon's mad with me or something. Let me know in the chat if you did send something else after Steven's art, and if you did, I will go to the effort of trying to get back into Twitter. But if not, I needn't go to the effort. So there we go. Right, I'm now just going to do some tiny little glistenings in Feathers' eye. This could ruin the entire thing, but I just think without them, you're not going to see what's going on there in those little peekers. So something is needed. It's all those feet pics TP uploaded to X. I believe you can probably. I've seen a lot worse on Twitter than pictures of people's feet. Don't know if I've ever actually seen pictures of people's feet, but I've seen pictures of people's penises. So I think anyone who is uploading feet pics is probably one of the tamest people on Twitter, to be honest. Right, let's get that to a nice point. No, that's had the opposite effect. I don't want to use this brush for this. I don't think it's going to be the right one. We've got to use exactly the right tool for the job here, which is this one. Yeah, Dicks and Willies. I've seen them. Oh, Deadeye Mini says mine is on there. Okay, well I will try and get back onto Twitter after I've done this. I don't know quite what's going on, but okay. Come on, Feathers. Let's not ruin it now. Oh my god, I think that actually has done what I thought it would do. It's made it visible. Somehow, against all the odds, today's art has gone quite well. Flipping heck. Cables everywhere. I mean, actually on camera that kind of looks a bit worse than it does in real life, but there you go. A bit of glistening, just to sort of show that the eyes are there. They do exist. Okay. I'm gonna desperately attempt, before my body gives out, I'm gonna try and get back onto Twitter now. Okay, well, it's logged me out now, so that might be partly what the issue was. Okay, I'm in. Explore. Yes, I'm seeing things that I wasn't seeing before. Hashtag TJ Art. Something went wrong. Retry. Oh, there we go. Late. No. Sorry, you are rate limited. Please wait a few minutes, then try again. I don't quite know what that means, but it sounds like an Elon Musk thing. I mean, honestly, I don't know if just Twitter is... Hang on. What's Deadeye Mini's Twitter account? Will I find it on there? Oh, I can't see anything. I've gone onto your actual Twitter, Deadeye Minis, and it's just saying, like, no posts and stuff. Oh no, here we go. I found your art, so that's something. I don't know what's going on with Twitter, but here we go. I've managed to find this, which is a triple jump ski jump, hashtag TJ Out TP, obviously on the smallest jump. There I am down there, barely visible. There's Ashton busting some moves, and Ben enjoying the fact that he's upside down. Hey, we're having a great time. I like the collage style to this. I know it's really just an artifact of using digital media that you end up with these like white outlines because you get all the little white pixels that are hard to get rid of. But it also does remind me of cutting around pictures in magazines, and you would have a tiny bit of the background visible on the edge of all the bits of the thing you've cut out. So it still kind of looks like a classic physical collage, even though it's like a digital one instead. That's fun. I like it. I'll just click on this hashtag, see if it takes... No. I don't know what's happening, but I think we'll call it there. Apologies for not making it a great big bountiful art stream, a full 2 hours. You know, I started with tech issues to begin with, and then I'm having bodily tech issues just to really bring things crashing to a halt. But I think that's gone well. I'm sure everything that you guys have been working on has gone well as well, and I welcome you to send it to me on Twitter or on a different social media channel. I'm at that Peter Austin on Twitter, Blue Sky. I am also on Threads, but I don't really seem to get anywhere near as much kind of either interesting stuff on my feed or engagement from followers and people I'm following on there. So I do still post on it, but yeah, I'm if I had gun to my head, if someone said you have to stick with just one, I'm thinking it would be Blue Sky. It's gone well, Blue Sky. Hey, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to dip this black bit in the last of my white paint. It's just kind of made it a sort of a mucky grey now, and a horrible texture, but whatever. So yes, do send your art to me with that hashtag. I mean, preferably on Twitter, because at the moment that's just the easiest way for me to find everything in one place. But before the next art stream, I will try and work out how best to deal with that issue. But yeah, in the meantime, finish what you're doing from today's art stream, whether you're here with me live right now or watching on the VOD. Send it to the hashtag TJArt on Twitter if possible, or elsewhere if not, at that Peter Austin. You can find me and Team TripleJump as well. And we'll be back for another art stream when I'm hopefully a bit more up to doing a full 2 hours. But I'm glad I was able to at least do a little something today and produce one of my finest works, quite frankly. It's just a shame it's on a piece of office paper and not on a nice canvas. I might have to stick it in a frame when I get home, or on the fridge. Someone did say earlier, it's a fridge. It's definitely a fridge job, that one. Lovely. Right. Well, stay safe, everyone. Enjoy your festive times. I should just say as well, one more thing. If you are a regular viewer of my streams and like the various different things I do around Christmas, the plan today had been to do a great big bushy Spyro run through. I have now perfected pretty much, I believe, all the tricks I need to do. Like new tricks came up. So for context, I'm talking about playing through Spyro the Dragon, Spyro 1, without breathing fire at all, from start to finish, collecting all 80 dragons, visiting every level, and at least leaving with some treasure from each one, and then defeating the final boss with the only 2 breathings of fire you're allowed to do. I tried it before in the Reignited trilogy, almost did it, but there was one thing that I needed to learn how to do. I then realised I could get past that area on the PS1 version with a trick that I had to practice at for a while, but I've now worked out how to do it. But then I realised, because things are different in the PS1 version and the Reignited version, there's actually these other places where now new tricks need to be learned. So I have been doing various bits of practice. I mean, I've not done anything for a while now because I've just been in bed, so I'll have to pick it up again. But anyway, long story short, that was going to be today. That's what I said on my last stream. However, for obvious reasons, it didn't seem like the best day to do a marathon live stream. So basically, I've got 2 streams left for the before Christmas. One of them will be my Christmas watch along, where we will almost certainly be watching Fanny Craddock make a 1970s Christmas dinner, and the other one will be my Spyro 6-hour stream. In all likelihood, it will probably be Fanny next week on Monday at the usual time, 5 till 7, usual place. And then the following week, it will be a sort of an all-day-ish thing of me playing Spyro from home, because my poor wife has to work on I think that's the 23rd, and she has to work on right up to the 23rd. I say poor her, she has to work on the 23rd like that's an unusual and cruel thing. What I mean to say is, of course she would be working on that day, so would I, except we normally try and take that as holiday, but everyone else on her team took that as holiday, and she wasn't able to get the day off. So unfortunately for her, she has to work, and I was going to be on holiday at that point, but hey, I could just do a live stream, couldn't I? So that's what we're going to do. Next week, on the 16th of December, we will watch Fanny live on Twitch. Will we get banned? No. Well, who's to say? And then on the 23rd, it will be a great big stream where we play some Spyro, and I do some pretty crazy tricks, some stuff that you will not have seen before. I don't mean ever, full stop. If you're big in the Spyro speedrunning scene, you've probably seen them all at some point or other. I've not discovered new tricks in Spyro the Dragon. However, you will not have seen me do some of these tricks before or talk about them. So hey, that could be interesting, even if you have seen me play Spyro the Dragon multiple times on stream. There we go. Wee Carrot says, Peter, just go for a nap, you look done in. I feel it, but I'm glad to have been here and have done half a stream. So that's the end. You can teach an old TP new tricks. I've learned them, and whatever. All right. See you later, everyone. Goodbye.